Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my end of cycle 2 peptide update. If you haven't watched my other videos, you're probably here because you searched on Google for ipamorelin or CJC 1295 or peptides for dudes. You found me because you're searching for information. I also was searching for information. I saw a bunch of people on TikTok talking about how great peptides were, but I couldn't find a lot of people, just regular people like me, that were actually doing it and documenting it. Everybody seemed to be selling it. I have none to sell you. I am your regular dude who has none to sell. Having said that, if some company wants to sponsor me in the future, I will sell out in a heartbeat. But as of right now, I got nothing to sell you. I'm just a guy documenting his process. So if you haven't already hit subscribe, you're interested in this stuff just like I was, you're looking for somebody doing this stuff just like I was, hit subscribe and go back and watch all my other videos. I've documented this process for the last 5 months now. Every week, I go through my scans, my experience, my side effects, my benefits, etc. Go and do that before you finish this video. But let's talk about the end of cycle 2. So the end of cycle 2 comes with a little bit of sadness for me, because it was the cycle that I really was looking forward to really start seeing some benefits. A lot of the videos that I had seen online talked about how you really don't see any effects until the second and third cycle. So through my first cycle, I was fine with that. I was fine with not really experiencing very many good things. I still had some great things happen. My sleep got better. I had a ton of energy, especially through the first probably month and a half. I got kind of tired towards the end of the cycle, but the injections were super easy. I just felt really good for most of cycle 1. And in fact, my scans were really good. It was the first scans I've ever had where 2 scans in a row, muscle went up and fat went down. So I'm thinking like, man, these peptides are the magic bullet that everybody said that they were. Then I took a month off like you're supposed to, or like I'm supposed to, according to my doctor. And then I came back and immediately, whenever I started cycle 2, I had nothing but problems. The injections were giving me problems. They were causing me to have these little breakouts and itching and bumps. I lost that warming and buzzing sensation every night whenever I took the peptides. It was just like very, very different. And then my scans were bad. And I mean like bad, to where like muscle went down and fat went up after a month. And then again, after almost another full month. It's almost like cycle 2 was a completely different beast from cycle 1. And it was frustrating because this was the cycle where I was really looking for like the magic to happen, if magic is going to happen. That's one of the things you'll see on my previous videos when you go and watch those. Is I'm cynical about all this stuff. I'm not sure that any of it works. I want to see it actually work before I say, yeah, this is actually working. So this is where I was starting to look for it, and I didn't find anything in cycle 2 that made me think this was a good idea. Although as I sit here and look at myself, I feel like I look younger. Some of you have said, you look younger. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I'm 46-year-old. I'm taking what I can get. But that's really kind of the only thing that I felt like in cycle 2 that I experienced from a physical standpoint. I hit a couple of nice PRs in my bench, in my squat. That could be from the peptides. It could also be because I'm intentionally trying to push harder. It may have nothing to do with peptides. I don't know. So extremely frustrating in cycle 2. So now what I'm going to do is I take a month off. I'll take 30 days off. And then I'll come back and I'll do that third cycle that I had committed to. From the beginning of this process, I said I'll do at least 3. Now, everybody says it takes 2 to 3 cycles before you start seeing the benefits. Maybe I'm a 3-cycle guy and I am emotionally okay with it for the most part. It still sucks, but maybe that's what I am. So I'm going to go into cycle 3, hoping for the best. Some of you had asked, well, or mentioned, you know, maybe cycle 2, I wasn't getting enough protein or I was eating too many carbs. To be honest, whenever I look at my diet during cycle 2, it wasn't really any different from cycle 1 when I had those great scans. So while that might be true, what you're saying is it could be technically true. It's just hard for me to swallow, no pun intended, that I wasn't eating as well as I should have been, since it was working so much in cycle 1. Now, maybe my body adapted to the peptides and it required more protein. It wanted more out of me. I am okay with that, and that could very well be true. And I'm cognizant of that as I continue further on down this. But it's just a little bit hard for me to kind of accept that maybe that's what caused such a reversal of the numbers. So that's it. Super frustrated, but you guys already knew that if you've been watching my previous videos. But optimistic that over the course of the next month, as I reframe how I am thinking about this going forward and how I am adjusting my expectations now going into 3. I was pumped for 2. because everything had been so good up to this point. Now I'm tempering my expectations for a bit. And of course, if you watched my last video, you know that I said that the hypothyroidism that I got diagnosed with in 2019, I'm finally going to be taking meds for it. I picked the meds up today. And if you have hypothyroidism, one of the things I've learned, it is a metabolism killer. So it's very possible that some of this weight gain or lack of losing could be related to the hypothyroidism. So looking forward to the next 30 days as I take that, what that looks like at the beginning of cycle 3. So anyways, thank you all so much again. I say this every video, but the amount of interest and advice and comments and input and criticism and compliments on this particular topic, I've been blown away by the participation from everybody. Like I've said from the get-go, I'm just a normal dude and I don't have the answers. I rely on my doctor for so much of what I am doing and how I am doing it, but I do appreciate everybody jumping in those comments and letting me know that I am not alone in being curious or even going through this. Those of you that are also going through it, that are experiencing some of these same things or even great things or crappy things, I appreciate you guys letting me know that in the comments because I guess in some weird way, we're all trying this stuff together to see if there's any validity to it. So that's it. I'll update in another week. This is my off month. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to look like yet for this month, but planning on doing it and doing it well. So whenever cycle 3 gets here, I'm ready to go. So that's it. We'll see you in a week. Thanks y'all so much. If you haven't hit subscribe already, do it now because more videos on the way. During this off month, go watch those other videos while I'm not doing the peptides. So do that. Button's here somewhere. Thanks guys. See ya.